Hello. Tomorrow's the last day. It's the penultimate day. I love using that word. You don't get to use it often enough. Am I weird? I'm weird. Yes, absolutely. I am pulling up my timer. I'm sorry, my hair is still just a little bit wet. I was in the pool first thing this morning. And I cleaned and oiled my woolly winder. So we need to try it out because I have not had it on yet. Hello. How is everybody? Hey, Elizabeth and Lee. How you doing? Lee, is your stuff there yet? I need to know. Well, hello, Charlotte. Oh, Jan's plying. Look at you. Please tell me this thing works. Hello, Titanic. Good morning. It's working. I'm so happy. How is everybody? Are you guys spinning? Are you having... Hello, Rico. Are you having fun with the tour? Oh, gosh, Lee. Have you... Okay. Actually, I'll contact you directly if there's problems. But I bet you soon. Hi, Lisa. How are you doing? Did you get my email? Hello, Kimberly. I hope today's better than yesterday. I have to say that this merino yak silk blend is like heavenly. Charlotte said I got my new EEW, that's electric eel wheel, e-spinner a few days into the tour, and now she's practicing. I got a little lump here. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so Lisa got it. Good morning, Molly. Karen, I have not been to my post office box yet, but I will be there this week. I will let you know. Hang on. I need to back this up and take this lump out. It's bothering me. I hate that. Hello, good morning. Jan, I think I'm going to order some and probably dye it, but I'll also sell it bare if people want it. Kimberly said I'm in the garden weeding, watering, and fighting earwigs. Ugh, they're the grossest, aren't they? What is up with them? They're so gross. Okay, good. So it should be maybe Monday, Lee. Lee said delivery was supposed to be Friday. Lee's got an exciting delivery coming. It's not from me. They said they would call for a time when they were close. It is, oh no, Rico. It is literally also a little bit overcast here, weirdly. Rico said, lazy day, overcast, may spin outside. Oh snap, literally our tree snapped in half. Did it snap in half like the up and down? That happened once with a tree that was in the yard where I grew up. Hello, Anne. Oh, I'm going to set the timer. As soon as this is done today, I got to go to the post office because I got orders to drop off, and one of them's Lisa's. It's all packed. Everything's ready to go. Kimberly said when it's too hot to be out here, going to finish that third fleece scouring. Excuse me. I think it's a good thing to do outside. Just my opinion. I really would prefer to scour fleece outside. Elizabeth said not spinning yet, paying bills, filling out some additional forms for her house loan. So what's happening, Elizabeth? Are you moving soon? Hello, JD Salette and Moni. Good morning. Sorry, afternoon. Hello, Shannon. Lisa is prepping some dyed Polworth fiber to spin. Nice. John and I dyed some wool this morning. It's pretty warm here, and I was just like sweltering. And so we turned the air on for the live today so I wouldn't get all sweaty. But I can't always control it. And I have 12 more Polworth silk braids weighed out that I'm going to start soaking to dye tomorrow morning. So it's nicer. It's nicer to do it in the morning here when it's a little cooler. Randy said, good morning. I'm cleaning today, so probably no spinning, but I finished 2 skeins this week, so feeling good. Don't you love it? I love that feeling that you're like really making progress. Oh, whoops. Sorry, my wool went over the eyelet. That's probably the problem. It's getting stuck at the bottom. Kimberly said, I do it outside on back patio, which will be shady when garden is in full sun. Nice. Oh, gosh. Rico said, yep, down the middle. It's a Palo Verde. They love to do that. Do they? Shannon said, spinning some neon merino. Shannon, your spinning is so beautiful, and so is your weaving. I'm a little envious, I'm not going to lie. Hello, Net. Net said, hello, this is my first time here in chat. Welcome. I was on my way to bed when I got a notification, so I thought I would say hi and that I love your videos. Hi, and thank you so much. Charlotte asked, how do you prepare your roving or sliver for spinning? It really depends a lot. Hello, Carrie. Elizabeth said, soon, who knows, the exterior is completely done and all the interior trim and doors are installed and they were painting this week. Wow, that's got to be getting close then. Couldn't go in yesterday. When I went by, they were still working. That is so exciting. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, Shannon, I'm a little scared because I need to warp my loom again soon, and I know that I am procrastinating on finishing the project that's on it because I do not feel confident in my warping. And then I see your weaving pictures, and I'm like, she really knows what she's doing. I wish I had that, like, down pat like you seem to. How do you do it? Kimberly said, Michael is on day 2 of his 3-day beginning weaving workshop. He's loving it. That's awesome. Carrie can't stay long. D&D, I was going to ask you about it yesterday. Sherry said, hey, everybody. I'm at work, so can't stay long. It's nice to see you anyway. It's nice to see all you pop-ins. Oh, my hair looks so crazy. I'm sorry. It's still wet. Shannon said, dare I say that I'm overspinning? Do you mean you're overspinning like you're just so done with it? Or do you mean you're overspinning like you're putting a little too much twist in? She did say, also, Shannon said, practice, practice, practice. RC helps to warp. Does he wind on while you hold the warp? How does he help? And I kind of do know that only practice is going to get me where I want to be. But the practice is like stressful. You know what I mean? So, uh-oh, she said, I'm so done with it. Oh, no. And Elizabeth asked Kimberly, how is his car? His car broke down yesterday, or truck. I'm not sure what he's got. Kimberly said, I asked what fiber they're learning with, and he said so far he's still warping the loom with Shetland. Are they using the Harrisville Shetland? I've always wondered about weaving with it in general, the Harrisville Shetland. And I think it is designed and made like with weaving intended, if that makes sense. Carrie said we're starting late today though, so I get to say hi. I haven't had a chance to watch that channel yet, Carrie, but I really want to. And while I'm taking my little break, I'm going to try and make some time. I don't feel pressured because I don't have like a game to get to where I kind of need to know what I'm doing, you know? So I'm just kind of like, I'm going to do it, but it's okay if it takes me a while to get to it. Shannon said, he whines while I hold tension. Such a great help. John has wound for me. He's actually done kind of like, he's tried to do a lot of the different parts for me, but because I don't really know what I'm doing yet, it's really hard for me to say to him, like, this is what I really need you to do. You know what I mean? Hello, Claire. Claire said, morning, y'all. I'm doing lots of firsts with my spinning. I'm plying from a center pull ball on my Turkish spindle. It's what was left from my first skein. Oh, cool. So you had like a little bit left over and you're plying both ends. Excuse me. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Yep, Elizabeth said to Carrie, I'm glad you got to pop in and play with us for a bit. I am too. I am. You can tell we're getting towards the end of the tour. There's a lot of people who just like fell off their bikes part way, but a couple of you are diehards. Charlotte said, I finally got my hands on cashmere, but I'm afraid to spin it right now since it was so expensive. I kind of understand that, Charlotte. Where did you get it? I'm just curious. Kimberly said, Elizabeth, it's a truck, and the tow company took it back to the transmission shop 40 miles away. We just had the tranny replaced there, and after 4,000 miles, they better get it right this time. No kidding. That's crazy. Bye, Carrie. Carrie said, yep. And if you ever have questions, I'll help, or you can come play with us sometime. Can you imagine if I just like knocked on the door and was like, hi, I'm here to play D&D. Oh, Karen's also got some cashmere that she's afraid to splin. Kimberly said it means I'm home alone all weekend. I know. Elizabeth said no, not the transmission. That is the worst, man. One of the worst, anyway. Charlotte said, oh, Paradise Fibers, Chinese cashmere. Oh, Monique, come on over anytime. Excuse me. You are welcome to dress my loom. She said, I find dressing the loom relaxing. Sherry wants to know, is anyone else going to spin through the Tour de Femme? I'm probably going to, but I won't be live. Whenever I do the Tour de Fleece and get in the habit of spinning every single day, it keeps me in the habit for at least a while. So I'm sure I'll be spinning at least that long every day for a while. Cheryl said, morning from cloudy Saskatchewan. Hey, Sharon. Just popped in to say hi. I gotta go sleep. Work again tonight. Oh, gosh. Kimberly said $4,000, not 4,000 miles. It's been less than 200 miles. Are you serious? Are you mad? I think I'd be a little upset. Elizabeth said originally wasn't planning to spin through the Tour de Femme, but now she's thinking about it. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this wheel is working perfectly now. I did film it too, so kind of look for it. I'm going to put it together and just throw it up when I've got it edited. It won't be a regular Tuesday video or anything, but it might help some people because it definitely breaks down taking apart your woolly winder and cleaning it a little bit more easily than like in the instruction book. So it's really not that hard. Fiber on my face. Tracy's going to continue spinning every day. I'm going to try. Nat said, I loved you 4 lessons on rigid heddle weaving dish towels, and I have been trying to get brave to try it. Warping on my own scares me. I get that. I felt that way earlier on. I totally do get that. I am planning on doing another dish towel video series that's going to include a little more stuff. I literally started filming it this morning, not joking. So Cheryl said I will be spinning and plying what I have done for the Tour de Fleece. Kimberly said, I don't know where the weaving teacher sources the Shetland, but he did give my 5 little Shetlands a really close inspection last evening. That's nice. Bye, Sharon. Kimberly said, yes, I'm a bit irritated about the mechanic. I don't blame you. I would be upsetting. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, right after this, I promised that I would run into our local yarn store. I baked 2 chocolate zucchini cakes yesterday. We brought one to a neighbor, and then I'm going to bring some of the rest of it to the store because otherwise we have a whole cake here to eat, and it's just me and John, you know? Tyler said, I'm working on plying rambouillet and mohair. I bet that's wonderful. Charlotte asked, can you do a video on just warping without your bar? I have so much trouble trying to get the right tension while winding on. I don't think I'm the right person to do that, Charlotte. Let me tell you why. The whole reason that we developed the bar is because I found warping on a peg to be so difficult. I never really got the hang of it before we developed the bar. So I don't know if I could do it in a way that would help anybody because I found it so difficult. Does that make sense? I'm sorry. I hate to say that I can't help, but I don't think I can help. Thanks, Nat. It's has helped me enormously. And it has made it for me so that I don't feel nervous before I start to warp. Like it doesn't, I'll procrastinate things that I don't think I can do well. And so it stops me from procrastinating because I know it will be no problem. Tracy said, that's the trouble when you like to bake but can't really eat much of it. I am thankful that my son is living with us for a while because he can eat anything. And that's it. Like, I don't even really eat sugar except a little bit on Saturdays sometimes. So I did have some this morning. I'm sure that is what is bothering my throat right now. And, you know, I can't eat half a cake in one day, and John would have to eat all the rest. Poor little thing. Kimberly said that transmission shop was recommended by a good friend of ours, Alan. Mike said Alan owes me beer. Notice I didn't quantify because it's more than just a beer. I sent, oh. Well, I mean, Tyler said it's wonderful. I absolutely love it blended together. The only issue is my country craftsman bobbins can't hold 4 ounces. Yeah, it's a bummer. But, I mean, here's how I usually look at that. If I have too much wool to fit on one bobbin, that's a good thing, right? Because that means I have more wool. Charlotte said, I made a makeshift bar, but I also tried linen, and I haven't touched it in months. Linen's harder. Hello, Shaylee. Elizabeth said to Charlotte, Ashford has a video on YouTube for their rigid head loom, and they demonstrate how to do it with a peg. Kelly said, I like the bar idea. Seems like you don't waste as much yarn when you're warping like the peg does. I mean, it should waste less because it doesn't have the angle, you know, but I don't know how much it really saves. I'm not sure. I don't end up with as much of a mess at the end. You know what I mean? Charlotte said, I've seen it and I tried it for a while. Maybe I'm just trying too hard. Hey Mel, how are you? Poppycott said, I'm so glad you turned me on to Ravelry. Oh, I didn't know I turned you on to it. I know you said you joined it, but I didn't realize that, like, I introduced you to it. What a cool site. I had a 6-hour car ride and used a free pattern from there. I only know the very basics of knitting, knit purl, but now I know more. See, and one of the cool things is you can sort by the level that users have rated the, like, difficulty levels. So you can only get the level that you want to work on. So if you're ready to go on intermediate, you can just search for that. You know what I mean? So it's really, really handy. Their sorting features are so robust. It's just really impressive. Tyler asked, what's my favorite blends? I like everything. It's really bad. It's a problem. It's a serious problem. Yes, Elizabeth said, speaking of bobbins, I know that jumbo bobbins and flyers are good for crazy art yarns, but can it be used for regular yarns if you just want large skeins? I have the jumbo Ashford flyer, and the only problem is you can totally use it for anything. Let me say that. But it spins a lot more slowly because it has a bigger whirl on it, and it basically comes with bigger whirls. So it's harder to spin a really thin yarn on it. It just means you have to, like, spin it more times around to get the right amount of twist. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And then also, if you're plying, again, it just takes longer, which isn't a bad thing. I love to just go and go and go and go and go when I'm plying if I can. So Mel said, almost done with the body of my rocket tee. I want to be able to wear it yet this summer. If you're almost done with the body, then you're close. Tyler said, me too, my stash is overtaking my back room. I understand. You should see the closet right next to me. It's very overwhelming. I don't mind though. And this thing is working now. I'm so happy. All I've got left, well, I guess it's a lot still, really. This is all I have left of the yak, silk, and merino. It's going really quickly. I did not finish plying the bat yarn yet. John took the wheel outside and tried to fix that chirping noise, and he still can't. I mean, I can tell where it's coming from, but we can't get rid of it. It drives me insane. Same problem as before. Elizabeth said, that makes sense, thank you. I've been thinking about the jumbo Ashford, but didn't want to get it if I could only use it for one thing. You can still use it. It just ends up meaning that you have to treadle it more times to put the same amount of twist in because the whirls are so big. Tyler said, I don't mind either. My fiance does, though. Oh. Mel said, all that I-cord bind off is going to take me a hot minute. Yeah. It's going to take a while, but it'll be so worth it. It's such a nice finish. Okay, I'm going to quick read these, and then I got to wrap up, and I'm so sorry. Nat said, it's 1:40 a.m. here. Are you in Australia? So I had better get to bed. Good night. But I'm so glad I found you live streaming. Good night and welcome. Kimberly said, I lost signal in the phone, in the garden. Phone is just buffering, so I will go back to weeding. I gotta go anyways. And catch rest on replay later. Love you all. See you on the group page. Poppycott said, I totally want to be part of your Tour de Fleece team next year. You're in. You really don't have to do anything to be in. You just start posting with all of us. I already planned my shearing so I could be ready. Do I have to wait and watch for it to come up? I mean, kind of, yeah. I'll talk about it. So if you watch videos, I'll talk about it. Sherry said, gotta go. Bye, Sherry. I'm going too. Nat said, I use a jumbo flyer on my Ashford all the time. See, you totally can. Linda said, morning, our local yarn store is having a Christmas in July event today. We'll be going with daughter. So glad she enjoys one of my hobbies. It's really nice. Okay, Molly said, thanks for all the spinning fun. I gotta go. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Have a good weekend, the rest of it. I'll be here at 2 tomorrow for an hour. And that'll be the end of the tour. So it works out kind of nicely, actually. Have a good day. Try not to get overheated.